Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Here we go, weekend. Yeah. Friday. Get ready for a little cocktails karaoke tonight, Brother Jimmy's, 7 o'clock. That's going to be going down.
You
Hope
better
y'all
be
can
ready.
join us. Oh, I'm ready.
You better be on your toes tonight, my man.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
Well, it's a good thing I got that concealed carry permit.
You can't shoot Hulk Hogan.
Oh, you can shoot him. That motherfucker come right back.
Yeah.
Just like the zombie that he is.
That's right. He's already dead.
Yeah, kill Hoagie.
Bullets won't kill the undead.
I don't know, Virginia. You got to try something, right? I don't know what else to do.
Vegetables kill Hoagie.
Oh, okay.
You have to force feed vegetables.
Okay. I'll wear a carrot suit tonight then. Leave me alone. Yeah, I got a lot of response about Rocco. He has been back at it on the KVJ Snapchat,
I took down the one that you said was too much.
snapping out filthy words. What is it that he said on that? What was that all about?
I thought he dropped an F-bomb.
No, he dropped an A-bomb and an S-bomb.
Oh, he did? Okay.
We can say it.
Was it a song or like what was he doing?
No, the song is playing in the background, and he was just kind of taunting people. He's like, yeah.
Like my shit.
He's like, my shit, I see your ass. Like that.
Really?
I see what you're doing.
But I mean, selling it.
You see what I'm
selling
doing?
it.
I see what you're doing.
The boy's 4.
The kid
He's
scared
4.
me.
But he's not that street.
Where's this?
He lives in Tequesta.
Where does that part of that come from? That he hears kind of like that attitude along with it.
You know who he's acting like? Who is that one girl that was the little girl they're trying to make her like she was a gangster and it got blown out of the water because she was faking it because her dad or her uncle was making her do it.
I know you're talking about.
Dude
yeah,
covered her. What was her name?
Yeah.
Little Bianca or something.
Yeah.
That's who he reminded me of. He was like, yeah.
But no one's prompting him. I can promise you, my hand on a Bible, I had no idea he was snapping and cursing yesterday.
He's just doing it on his own.
I knew he was up in his sister's room, but I thought he was using my phone to play music. I thought that you have to close out the music to be able to snap because you have to close out a lot of things to be able to open a different app. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you could have 2 going simultaneously.
Yeah, well, he did. And he was, people were like trying to figure it out. I think it's the KVJ show on Snapchat. That's what our snap is?
Yes.
Okay.
He just can't say anything crazy on that thing.
Well, I haven't even looked at all of them. There's like 5 of them up there now.
All of a sudden, we're getting called to a meeting because some shit Rocco said.
I know.
Me and Kevin, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, you guys have a 4-year-old that is taunting people and swearing at them on your social media. Yeah.
There used to be 4 messages up there. I took one of them down. Now there's 3.
Okay. Somebody sent an email here, mail at kvjshow.com, said, I was listening to the show this morning and I heard what Rocco did, and it's not the first time. Vicious V, Rocco is out of control, and it doesn't seem like your speaking isn't working. He's 4, not 40. He needs his little butt whooped real good. Real good. I know some people that can do that for you for free weekly. Love you guys. Bigfoot is real.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to send the mafia goons
To
after
take out
Rocco.
a 4-year-old, yeah, we can probably handle that ourselves, but yeah, it's...
And if anybody touches
corporal
my
punishment.
kid, I will stab them in the jugular.
But-
Let's just go on record with that.
In all honesty, though, he defied you. He went on Snapchat. You told him not to. He's swearing. You told him not to. Is he actually going to get in trouble? Or on Monday or Tuesday, are you going to come in here, oh, Rocco, and I gave him the laptop. And,
Can't believe you'll never guess what happened.
He had the iPhone. I was cooking. And then he told the world to go fuck themselves.
I'm going to sit him down and explain what he's doing and how it's wrong. I'm going to have him make a formal apology. And
Oh, boy.
See, there's where...
Yeah.
then we're going to take away his electronics. He's not going to be able to
But
have
that's
any...
what you did last time, and here he is again swearing on Snapchat.
You took him away from a day.
I don't think we were strict enough. And really,
A day, you think?
Yeah, I don't think we were strict enough.
Yeah.
He didn't get the message.
Yeah, maybe it's got to be a month at least. And maybe that's not even the right thing because maybe restricting it's not good. Maybe it's just like, look, until you learn how to use these properly, you clearly are at an age where you don't understand. So maybe when you turn 5, you can try it again. But, yeah, you've lost. You're not at an age where you can be trusted with these things.
He might not be at the right age, but I always feel weird telling parents about stuff because I don't have kids, and then people get all mad and, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, it takes a village. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no. I mean, I appreciate your advice because you're coming from a place of love.
I think you should take away the electronics from them. Because the only thing I'm concerned about, because it's all cute and fun now, but let's say Rocco he hears something from a song and repeats it.
Which he does.
And he goes on the air, and now we're in this fucking scandal because your kid is on our show forum, and now me and Kevin have to answer. I mean, I'm just saying it's got potential for a bomb.
I agree.
You know, the one thing that kind of jumped out to me because I saw, I think, 2 stories today. And this is kids going on to video gaming platforms or whatever and making threats against the school.
Yep.
And there was one that happened here in Florida, and the police are there, and the mom's like, "He's a good boy. You don't even know." And we're like, we're so close, and like he would never. They're like, sorry, he was on this platform and he threatened violence against this school, and so. She's like, he's just a child. And they're like, we know he's going to be charged as a juvenile, but he is going to be charged. And she was like, you can't take him. And like, sorry, we are here to take him. Like, there's no choice. This is not like, okay, don't do it again. Like, this is the reality of you dabbling with this stuff. And I thought that. I'm like going, I don't always have to tell my kids, like, stuff they should know. But if you don't tell them, then you can't blame them. And
right.
I think I'm probably going to be like, hey, Cannon.
Just so you know.
You're 11, just so you know. I don't think you ever would. You seem like you're a lot smarter than to do something like that. That doesn't seem like it's inside your temperament. But I want you to understand that this is serious stuff, and you could do something at your age that would be out of my control, and I can't even step in and do anything about it. Because the cops are like going, helicopter mom, don't apply here.
That's bulldozing, Mom. You're bulldozing over all the problems, so the kid gets out of everything.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that case was weird because I read into the details of that. So the kid was taking pictures holding guns.
Okay.
And then he sent the picture to his friend. The friend then put the caption on the picture thinking about shooting up a school or people at the school should be nervous.
Yeah.
And the friend actually posted it. I think both of them should be in trouble because, I mean, yeah, the one kid taking pictures with guns, that's bad. But then the other kid put the caption on it that freaked everybody out.
And you're seeing all these stories about what you're talking about. These kids going on video games, going on social media, saying the same kind of shit. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go blow up that.
Well, I mean, if that were the case, because I just saw the video of the cops coming to get the child, I mean, you have to let them process them, and then you fight that in a court of law. But like I said, where I'm from, and I don't believe, like where I'm from, it wouldn't be a problem for you to take photos with you holding guns or, being with guns. Things like that. To me, the problem is the person who sent in a threat with that photo.
Right.
And if you can prove that the kid who is photographed with the guns had nothing to do with it, it should all lay on the kid who sent it in with the threat. Because, yeah, like I said, where I'm from, if you start banning kids from taking photos with guns, forget about it. Like, that was a common thing. I remember my yearbook, you would have kids with photos. I know it sounds we made a lot of jokes, but they would have like their livestock in the photos with them, like their sheep, and we made a lot of jokes about that. They would have their rifles in photos with them, their truck, things like that. When you grow up in good old boy country, that's just the kind of stuff that they're going to do. And if you go in there and try to tell them you can't take, your kid cannot be in a photograph with a gun, they're going to be like, bullshit.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if you're not making a threat.
Exactly. That's
I mean, if you're not making a
threat,
let's put it in context.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody just texted and said, yeah, my mom always says, you better discipline your child or the law will. Yes.
That's pretty good.
That's true. That's kind of where it gets, where you always want to say, all right, I've got to make sure that my kid knows, because there will come a place in time where helicopter mom or not, the law, they did not care. She was sitting there saying, you're not taking, like, no, we're taking your kid.
They don't give a shit that you think your kid's a good boy. They don't care.
Doesn't hold up.
If your kid's acting up as a fool,
yeah.
I love that quote.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all done. Yeah, and I just so I mean, this kind of stuff happens. Oddly enough, I just got an email from my kid's principal. They sent out to the parents. We just practiced a code red intruder drill. We're so proud of all of our students and staff. It went smoothly and safely. Thank you for your continued support and safety practices.
Enjoy the night terrors tonight with them, parents.
On the weekend?
Yeah, I know. Friday? We're doing our drills on Friday.
Drills on Friday? My kid's going to be shell-shocked the whole
We
weekend.
can't do this shit on a Monday?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, if they sent out a thing letting you know ahead of time, I missed it. And I know there have been the arguments.
Good job, Dad.
I get every email. I see them. I don't think they
Cannon
did.
thought it was real because you didn't tell him.
I don't think I got an email saying that it was. I think they just dropped that on them. So,
As they're dropping it on them, do they tell them it's a drill, or do they have the kids thinking it's real as it's happening?
They've got to be able to tell them it's a drill because you would be traumatizing all those children.
I don't like that.
right.
I don't think that's a good way to practice for an active shooter or code red or whatever it is. Like, yes, I'm all about practicing, but I don't like when they think it's the real thing because these kids, some of them get PTSD from it. They can't handle it.
I think you can do a drill without the trauma of it. You don't need that. You know, I remember the tornado drills we did, fire drills. You knew there was no fire or tornado, and you still got the message on, okay, here's where you go, here's how you handle it, this is what you do. So, yeah, I don't think you need it. That's just my opinion. I'm not any kind of...
Yeah, I mean, neither one of us are qualified to make that opinion.
No, but yeah, it's just how I feel. Got an email here said, why did Jaybird not use the karate lessons he got from YouTube against the two trainers the other day?
Because I got jumped and held down.
He went out like a puss.
Just because you know karate doesn't mean you're going to be able to use it when you get held down by two giant men.
Jason, go after yourself. Pendejo. One love, Giancarlo.
One love, man. One love. Mm-hmm. Uno amore.
Jen sent an email. She said, hey, where does the Walls Pennington come from? Thanks, Jen.
I think I've always said I have walls.
Around your heart.
Yeah. Protection.
And then I thought I was, I think I made Virginia laugh one time going, Walls Pennington, I'm out.
It's
That's all it
funny.
takes. Audience of one. Just keep on doing it.
It's to keep the immigrants out.
Oh, don't say that.
No.
He's pro build a wall.
It's because that girl on the green card that one day.
No.
Oh.
Well, Kevin, what are you trying to do over here? Trying to get some fucking heat over here on me?
So much heat.
Walls Pennington. Now you know. That's the whole secret.
Walls Pennington around my heart. I'm out.
He'll build a wall and you'll pay for it.
Yes. That's right.
It's pretty funny and hurtful.
Jaybird, I heard that you're supportive of the wall. You're going to get that.
Yeah, around my heart. Step off.
This email says, I know this is going to fall on deaf ears, but seriously, I'm going to remain anonymous because I don't want the witch heat, and I know it's only Denny's and Kevin who actually read this next part in the link that it said. To sum it all down, it's all about moon nonsense. Blaming the full moon for strange behavior is a time-honored tradition. In the 1970s, a popular book positioned that just as the moon controls the tides, its gravitational pull affects the fluid sloshing around in human brains. The full moon does not seem to be associated with more strange things happening than usual, and all the stats trying to claim it does have been bunked.
What do you have to say about that, DeQuesta?
Sorry, I just believe medical professionals, specifically in the emergency room. Those doctors and nurses that I've looked in the eye and talked to about it tell me that they see an increase in people getting squirrely and getting hurt when it's a full moon.
The article went into that, and they did the stats on it, and this one study came out where everybody started believing that, saying, yes, it proves there are more. But then the thing they didn't do, somebody went back through and looked, and a majority of those full moons fell on the weekend when you have more insanity, drunkenness, car wrecks, all that kind of stuff that happens anyway. And they said they didn't factor that in. So they said when you look at times when you just have a full moon that's not falling on a weekend, there's no rise in any kind of hospital visits, police arrests, anything along those lines.
We've heard it from school teachers as well.
You're driving down the street, you see the moon just eject up into space, but everything seems okay. Nothing bad's happening. Does that freak you out? if nothing changes within 2 days, are you still concerned and thinking about the moon ejecting into the sky?
Absolutely.
A year goes by, everything's cool. It's still on your mind?
I think about it from time to time.
Okay.
I mean, if the moon just takes off like a meteor and I see it leaving.
It stays with you. I'm just seeing where the line's at. I feel like sometimes you wouldn't be concerned about space stuff. That's why I'm just asking.
Well, if the moon is gone, we should all be shitting ourselves.
We should be.
Yeah.
But for some reason, everything's staying the same. Nothing's going on yet.
We'd be in a world of hurt if the moon
Yeah.
was just gone, yeah.
I get it.
Your fake scenario is just not believable.
Yeah, life is going to drastically start changing.
So the scientists tell us, Kevin.
Scientists just called. They said, stop quoting us.
Scientists don't listen to this shit. This garbage.
Yeah, just to make sure you have a restless weekend, too. The New York Post has just refloated that story. It's been out for a while about the Yellowstone super volcano eruption could lead to human extinction, and it could happen at any minute.
That's the one. That one and the one in the Canary Islands. Those are the two stories.
The shelf.
Yes, I always think about sometimes.
When you're going to bed.
Yeah, I'm thinking, man, that fucking volcano, it's going to erupt and we're done.
Oh, that Canary Shelf.
Oh.
Tsunami, here we come.
We figured we'd have to run to Green Acres to be safe.
And that still won't do it. You got to find a high rise in Green Acres, and then you might be safe.
Yeah, for that one. That one's a tough
So,
one.
yeah, okay, let's say you had access to a helicopter and the big tsunami hits. If you just stayed in the helicopter for 6 days, are you cool?
You'll run out of fuel.
I get that. You fly in an area where you got other... All right, shut up, bird.
You know, helicopters don't hold enough fuel to even go longer than a couple hours. That's it, baby. They got to refuel.
Yeah, they're saying there are 20 supervolcanoes on Earth. And the last time we had one was 640,000 years ago. There's only been 3 times in 2.1 million years that you've had an eruption. But yeah, they say pretty much wipe out everything, crops, whatever, at least throughout the Midwest on down. You'd have much colder temperatures. You know, we kind of need that, actually, so maybe we could use that.
Volcano erupts right now. Do we still do cocktails and karaoke tonight?
I'll probably take a day off.
We don't have just one last ride?
But you can do it, Pumpkin.
One last ride together? Armageddon party?
If we're getting ready to die from this super volcano.
Yeah, might as well go out having fun, right?
I mean, I want to bring my kids, and that's no fun. Kids at cocktails and karaoke.
Yeah.
I have a religious question for you, Kevin.
Okay.
Let's say you know you're about to die, but you're sinning like a son of a bitch, right into the point of the last 3 minutes of your life, and you're doing the cane and you're doing whatever's deemed as a sin that will not get you into heaven.
Yes.
The last 90 seconds, you go, Holy Spirit, please forgive me for all my sins. I feel terrible. Do you get a clean slate? Are you forgiven?
I don't know that would be sincerity.
But what if
I think it would be out of like fear and convenience, and it's all about if you're like saying I'm going to just sin up until the last minute, and
then I'm going to be like, poop, got to pass.
Sorry.
But for argument's sake, let's say for that last 30 seconds, you in your heart you truly are sincere and you are sorry. Does that wipe everything clean?
No, you guys, the big guy upstairs, but he's the only one that would know your heart. But I think if you try that little game, then he may be going, come on, man.
I'm asking the big guy down here.
Yeah. I
was just curious what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, I think if you try that little game, that's why I'm not really necessarily certain. I mean, you always hear those deathbed confessions, and the person they're like, oh, dear God, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, I wonder where that's going to lead you. This guy could be like, no, you're not sorry. What you talking about?
I'm very fascinated by religion and people's religion practices and how they...
Everybody can have an opinion. The whole thing is you don't know the truth, man. You ain't going to know till it's all over. That's when you know. And maybe then, who knows?
I asked this very question to my psychic friend who talks to people that are supposedly passed on and in heaven. And he said that kind of up there, it's all the same. Everybody gets in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's
comforting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He said it's like for the things that you did here, you are forgiven because you weren't entirely responsible for your bad actions. there was outside forces and like it's understanding when you get in heaven.
Okay.
Like the bad things that you did were because of something that happened to you.
Even for murderers, child molesters?
I think so.
I'll tell you, heaven sounds like hell for Elvis. Because everyone's always like, oh, yeah, if I go to heaven, I'm going to sit down and hang out with Elvis. I loved Elvis. Elvis is probably so sick of fans coming to see him.
Yeah.
That's not heaven for him.
That
I
ain't
can't
good.
get to work in heaven? That's bullshit.
Yeah. It's got to run from the paparazzi.
Yeah.
From the way I'm trying to like understand it and wrap my brain around it, it sounds like you don't care anymore about Elvis and the fact that he's a celebrity when you get to heaven because none of that matters. And you have a different, all-encompassing sense of peace and happiness and joy.
Does that mean no dirt of the day in heaven?
No dirt of the day.
Oh, Jaybird.
Yeah, that truly would be heaven. That would be, oh my
See?
gosh.
You
God
don't-
bless us, everyone.
You don't care
Yeah.
about the same stuff you cared about here.
So there's a person I know that they have a theory, and I always thought this was kind of cool. They think when you pass away, your heaven or whatever that is what you really, really love. So if you loved to write music and you love to, that was your true passion, that's what's going to be your realm of heaven. Kevin, the things that you're into, you love football and you love beer and you love.
I go to the big sports bar in the
and
sky. And
you love your family.
it's always college football season. It doesn't.
But
And
yeah,
it's all you can drink.
Yeah, right. It'd be good. Yeah.
But the essence of that feeling, whatever makes your soul cozy and happy, that's what it would be.
That directly contradicts what my psychic told me, though, because when you get up there, all the stuff that mattered to you here all of a sudden doesn't matter anymore. You don't care about these earthly joy things. Like,
But what about family? Do you care about being with your
Yes,
loved ones?
you do
or
care about
You
family.
just happy to be with anybody.
Family is very connected, and actually your family and people that have passed away and you are very close to, they're the ones that help you make the transition, supposedly.
Bottom line, though,
like they're
is-
there waiting for you to bring you into heaven and show you how heaven's done.
Nobody knows. Any human that tells you exactly, oh, no, I know 100% what happens, they are full of shit. No one knows. It's all based
Yeah.
on faith and what you believe
There's
in.
nothing that I've heard where you hear stories and they firmly believe that. I believe, they firmly believe that. But yeah,
No one
I don't know.
knows.
No,
we
you don't know
know because we're not psychic, but do you trust somebody who is and claims to be?
No, I don't. Honestly, I
Ever?
think nope. I think psychics are human people. I think you can have moments of intuition, but nobody knows what happens when you die until you die. I mean, I believe that, and I want to believe everything psychics say, and I think there's moments where they can get some stuff right, but no.
I think that God might give some people a glimpse, but I don't think that he would like open up the windows and be like, hey, look in, come check it out.
When it comes to humans, Virginia, you just gotta be careful.
But what they say is all of us have the abilities. We just don't know how, or we don't take the time, or we don't understand the process to be able to be intuitive and get messages from the great beyond.
When someone says they know more than you, because you got to be really careful of that, because at the end of the night, they're just a human. Don't you think that?
Yeah, I think there are limits to it. I don't.
But there are some people that just have a gift,
Sure.
and it's
I
different, and it's
agree.
unexplainable, and they pull stuff out of their ass, not literally, but they say things that you're just like, how the hell could they have known that without some kind of divine intervention telling them?
I believe in parts of the psychic world. I really do. I definitely believe in spiritualism and the afterlife. I believe in ghosts, but I just, there's too many people with too many different stories. Why is your person right and my person's not right? Everyone, you got too much of it going on there. Where
contradictory
Yes.
statements to ever have any one thread where you guys say, without a doubt, this is probably going to be how it is.
And anytime anyone says this is the absolute truth, well, why does that have to be the absolute truth? What if there's different versions of it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there absolutely could be different versions of it, but the general concept that when you get up there, none of this matters.
I can see
And
some
that you
of
have
that.
a different perspective of peace and happy. And things that made you happy here, you don't care about anymore because you're at a different level.
So what you do here on Earth is not going to affect your trajectory. We're just, here killing time, and so you could kill people and be terrible, and you're just going to, like, when you get there, be like, okay, cool, all right. Boy, that was a weird ride, huh? All
I
right.
don't know.
It's weird because different phases of my life, I have believed in different things. I remember I was going through a real big Tao. I was reading the Tao a lot, the Tao Te Ching, and I liked a lot what they had to say in the book, and then I changed it. I liked part of it, and then other parts I'm like, it doesn't connect with me. Then I'd read something else. So for some people, I think it's just a learning curve too.
Sure. I think it's something that everybody should pursue. And the more you learn, probably your opinions will change and shift.
I just think you should be open to all of it.
Absolutely. I like to learn about all of it.
It is fascinating to talk with different people and like, what do you think? What do you think?
I always like to hear people's thoughts on it.
Me too, because I don't want to say anyone's wrong, because I don't think anyone's wrong. I don't know what the answer is.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah.
I really firmly believe there's not anybody on planet Earth that knows every last little detail of how this is going down, and that's what's fascinating about it.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen ghosts before. Some people think I'm crazy. What was that? Does that have anything?
What would make people think you're crazy?
Look at him.
I've always been like this. Some people are like, why is Bird going through a thing right now? I'm like, have you just started listening to the show?
He showed up for his interview in underwear. Yeah. Don't worry about that. I think we just did a weird and whatever podcast here, Virginia.
I think we
love
did.
It. I'd love for y'all to get it. I invited Kevin last week.
Yeah.
I know it was late notice.
Yeah.
Vicky, our psychic, was sick, and I'm like, let me get Ralston in there just to get his opinion.
Yeah, one of these days would be fun in that form to be able to just kind of go and talk it out.
We had Virginia on one time. It was a lot of fun. She tried in the beginning to be zingy Virginia. No, that shit got shut down real quick.
Oh, yeah, you got to just open yourself up. Book.
You had so much control over this mouth.
I did.
Yeah.
Button. Boom. I actually have a button, motherfucker, and I will hit it.
I'll see you on stage tonight. Let's fight on stage like we like to do.
We cannot fight.
Oh
we won't fight. I'm in too good of a mood right now.
Yeah, so people were talking a little bit, too, about deforestation, and I'd seen yesterday there's that fire that's happening in the Amazon region, and I was like, well, that's kind of startling. Yeah, the fire is spelling disaster for the local environment and ecology. It could, and they say the Amazon rainforest is responsible for about 20% of the world's oxygen. And so with it on fire to the massive amount that it is, there's one city that it was like dark at noon because of all the smoke.
It's 20% of our oxygen?
And it's on fire. It's like burning to the ground right now, and they say it could have drastic effects on the ecology of the earth.
Yeah, like a lot of young people that are like in the know are posting it on their soch. We're gonna save this rainforest.
Hashtag some shit and then hit send and not do anything else about it.
But I mean, just bringing awareness to it. I think we should all talk about it if it's 20% of our air.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's political. I'm not trying to get political.
As soon as you start talking about the environment, it turns political.
But if something is on fire, can we put it out?
Yeah, that'd be ultimately the one thing that I wonder. I probably, and I don't know if it's because I'm older or it's just what's going on, but I'm growing a little bit more alarmed as we go on. I'm like, how much more can this planet take? We seem like it's kind of like when you're in that car and you're riding in the red, you're like going, it's fine, it's made for this. And all of a sudden it just breaks down.
You see a dolphin jump from the ocean, it's got a fucking soda can hanging from its neck.
Yeah, it feels like we're running in the red. And you're just like, okay, I guess we'll find out. I kept thinking, I'm like, man, I feel for my son. Now I'm kind of like going, I don't know, maybe I'll wind up seeing this.
Never mind. I was going to ask something that would turn political. Never mind.
Yeah, please don't. It's Friday.
You're right.
White Claw.
White Claw.
Who's doing the White Claw?
I think I am.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, I see it pretty much everywhere you go now. Somebody's got some kind of hard seltzer on their menu.
You know what I loved? Those cocktails that we had that were like canned cocktails. Those were fabulous. Now, they're not as light as the seltzer.
They
but
tasted like cocktails. They had a cocktail.
They did. They were a little stronger.
Have you actually had a White Claw?
I sipped one with you, remember? When you were...
No, what are you talking about?
When you did White Claw that Friday, the last one that you had, I sipped half of one. And
that's not. One or two White Claws. That's not what does it to people.
No,
it's the fact that it doesn't taste like anything and it goes down like nothing.
Right, and you perceive too, because thing I had thought, I'm like, oh no, it's like 5%. I mean, it's really like drinking a Corona. It's not that big a deal. And then like you're like at 4, you're like, okay. But to me, it was just the way the alcohol is burning in your system. It felt different than 4 Coronas. And I think it hits people harder than they think.
You can have, you think you had 5 and you really had 12.
And it does give you an edgier buzz. You're just like,
It does.
sir, what would you like to eat? I'll take a fucking
It gives you horns,
cheeseburger.
yes.
It brings out the inner
Yeah.
Hulk Hoagie.
It does.
Gets a little edge to you.
Yeah, makes you a little dicky. I want to give a quick shout out to Diego, all your favorite cousins. Love you much. P.S. Steve Jobless, go fuck yourself.
Aw.
Steve Jobless.
Yeah.
That was yesterday, bruh.
That was. Oh,
You need
I remember.
You need a new one today.
Today he's Dirty Ralph Macchio.
Douchebag Machi. Oh, yeah. I'm the douchey Karate Kid.
Hong Kong Gooey. I don't know. All kinds of stuff we can do with you. Yeah.
I can't wait to dye my hair back to normal.
Be careful. Why don't you go to Justin?
Because I don't do things like that. I don't make appointments and follow through.
You're going to burn your scalp.
I have. It's done. It's burnt.
Already done. Check that box off. All right, we'll see you guys hopefully tonight. Going to be at Cocktails and Karaoke Brother Jimmy's Rosemary Square, 7 to 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, Bamboozle's going down. The Little Smile Scavenger Hunt on Clematis, 3 to 7. That is going to be happening. And then on Sunday, we're going to be out South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center for the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital Kids World.
Sweet.
We have a very busy weekend.
You'll be there early. Me and Rocco will be there late to close it down.
Oh, that's what that kid does.
Welcome to fucking Kids Fest.
Yeah. Put him on the mic. We start off that way. Be like, what? All right, y'all have a good weekend. Hope we'll see you out. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.